Hi, I'm Jessica Smith and I work for Blands Nursery in West Jordan, Utah. And in today's series we're talking all about bulbs. Right now we're going to discuss an Amaryllis bulb. An Amaryllis bulb normally brought in right around the holidays for a holiday gift is your normal time that you are going to find them available. We're still a little bit early for them, so we haven't received ours yet for me to actually show you what a bulb is. So I'm going to use a paperwhite bulb just to kind of give you an idea of where you're going to plant it in that. Okay, now with an Amaryllis bulb, they're usually right around this big around. But I'm just going to kind of give you a visual here of what it's going to be like. Make sure that you've got a pot that has a drainage hole in it. Amaryllis bulbs cannot take a lot of water. They rot very, very easily. So make sure you've got a drainage hole at the bottom of whatever container that you're using. You're going to want at least 6 to 8 weeks of forcing this bulb for your bloom. So if you're going to have it for a certain engagement or giving it as a gift, allow yourself that time. Sometimes Amaryllis bulbs already come already potted for you and ready to go. But if you find it on your own and want to plant it in a pot of your own, this is actually how you're going to do it. Now with an Amaryllis bulb, they actually like to be pot bound. So you're going to want to have a smaller pot for the bulb where there's only about 1 to 2 inches on the outer edge of it. They like a very tight area. Now the Amaryllis bulb, you do not plant the entire bulb. You're going to want to only leave about 1/3 of it showing. And again, remember your Amaryllis bulb is quite large here. We're just giving you a visual here. You'll want to support your Amaryllis bulb. This is a really good time to put your stick in for the support. That way you're not going to damage your roots by sticking in one later. And okay, what you'll want to do also with an Amaryllis bulb, when watering it in, the tops cannot have water poured on top of them. Always water from the base up. If you have a container that doesn't have a saucer on it, what you want to do, you can use like a pie pan or whatever for the watering process. And what this will do is watering in the saucer, it'll actually take up the watering at this point from the base. Always water from the base, never from the top. Do not add a fertilizer to your soil. That can also rot your bulb. Now the Amaryllis bulb needs to go and have needs to be taken to a cold location for about a week or so. At this point, not a cold, you don't want to freeze it, you don't want to put it in the refrigerator, but in a cold, dark location. So like down in your garage or out down in the basement to where it's not quite as bright. And here in a little while you're going to notice some little green coming up on it. This is the time that you're going to begin to water on a regular basis. Before this time, you don't want to water a lot. Keep the soil quite dry. After it begins to produce the leaves and that's when you're going to water a little more regularly when the soil dries to about 1 inch or so. Just stick your finger down in the soil and check it. Again, water from the base up. You don't want to rot that bulb. Very common mistake done with an Amaryllis. After the flowers die off, what you want to do is actually cut that flower stalk off, but leave the leaves. At this point you can treat it just like you would as any other house plant, and it's just going to produce some leaves. It's really going to produce a lot of leaves after you cut off that flower bulb. But what that does is by cutting off that flower bulb, puts all the energy back down into the bulb. Now when you're ready and you want it to bloom again, you're going to start the process basically all over, but you need to let your bulb go dormant. So at this time, you're going to stop with the watering and let it just basically die down like you would your tulips and that. You're going to take it to kind of a cool, again, dark location, let the foliage die back on it, just leave it be, don't water it or anything. This is going to put all the energy back down into the bulb, so then again, another 6 to 8 weeks after forcing it again, you're going to have your flowers. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to let the water sit there and come up and soak up through the soil itself. When it's wet up through here, what you'll want to do is actually you want to remove the water. And this is with any plant, any house plant that you're actually dealing with. It can actually encourage moldy soils, which unfortunately will bring on fungus gnats, which can be real pesky in your house. So you'd want to just take it out of the saucer and dump this water out until the next time that you're going to, just when it needs the water.